this whole Trump derangement syndrome is real.
It's very real.
But the thing, I was in Hawaii on election night in 2016, and I was surprised that Trump won, mostly because I figured the Clinton machine is so powerful, they would find a way. They would find a way, whatever it was, to come out on top. And so that was the reason I was surprised that Trump pulled this off, going against the Democrat machine, the Republican machine, the mainstream media machine.
He beat a Bush and a Clinton in the same election cycle.
It's true.
Which is unreal.
Yeah.
And one of the times I saw Trump, the primary was still going on, and I had him sign a copy of The Art of the Deal. He said, "Who's this to?" I said, "To Eric, like your son spells it." And I said, "Hey man, keep up the good work on the Bushes. We got to defeat them. We don't want them anymore." And I said, "Then you can set your sights on Hillary." He's like, "We are just getting started. Believe me, we're just getting started." So I got to remind people that he took on two of the most entrenched, powerful, far-reaching legacy families in American political history.
True, and won. And I think that was the thing that I expected to happen when I went back to Washington a few days after that election, was that I would go back to the House Democratic Caucus meeting under Nancy Pelosi's leadership. There would be such collective shock that Trump had somehow won that they would say, like, "All right, we need to have some serious introspection and figure out, what are we doing wrong?
Right.
How was this possible?" But it didn't happen. It was an immediate blame game, finger pointing. It's somebody else's fault. It's someone else's problem. It was a kind of like, let's put the rose-colored glasses on and pretend that somehow there was a victory for the Democrats that came out of this. But that was in 2016, in November of 2016. We are now approaching November of 2024, and still, the vast majority of the Democrat elite in Washington, in politics and the media, still can't figure out why President Trump has the support that he has, and that no matter what they're throwing at him, it continues to grow and build, which just is a reflection of how completely out of touch they are with the people. They're sitting around their little rooms themselves and being like, "Oh yeah, he's so bad and this and that. And can you believe this?" And, I think it was Robert De Niro was on Bill Maher recently talking about him, and dictator, like all of these things that they're saying.
Him and Jimmy Kimmel.
And as a result, it was Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah. As a result of that, though.
He was on that too.
Oh, yeah.
He was on all the shows.
They continue, as they did in 2016, they continue to see the American people as stupid.
Yeah.
And ignorant and unable to somehow make our own choices for ourselves, which all leads back to my point about, and I go into this in detail in the book, is about how our fundamental freedoms are being eroded and why. It's about power. When they are so afraid that we will make the quote unquote wrong choice in this election, that they tell themselves they are pursuing a righteous cause to save us from making this wrong decision for ourselves, because only they know what's best. That's how offensive their mentality is to the American people.